Welcome back, everyone. Joe here, Joe's Outdoor Experience. It's muzzleloader season. So we're gonna go ahead. I got my Thompson Center right here. I'm gonna go ahead and get that baby ready. This is the muzzleloader right here. Here's the breech. Just gonna get that in. So I have these pre-made. There's nothing in here at all. So it would need a charging cap anyway in here to go off. For those who don't know anything about muzzleloaders. Those are the primer caps right here. I bring extras. This is the 50 caliber bullet that we're gonna shove down the barrel. Here is the black powder charge. We're not currently at my parents' property. We're at Tony's family's property. It's a 70-acre farm. It's like paradise. So I'm gonna take a slow walk in, kind of show you guys what I see, and make my way to the, it's a big tripod stand. What I'm doing right now is I'm walking on the tractor treads from when they hayed, just to try to minimize my crunch and hopefully not scare too much that are in the wood line right now. I have another about 150 yard walk in. I'm gonna try to get there. I'm gonna turn this off, and when I see you guys next, I'll be in the tripod stand. As I'm up in the stand, I'm pretty well lit in here. I have a great view of the field. I'll show you guys what I'm looking at right now. Probably got about another hour and a half before anything really starts moving. But we'll see. A lot of guys are saying that things are moving earlier and earlier because of the pre-rut. Again, it's like 70-something degrees right now, so we'll see. And, you know, hopefully it's going to definitely cool down a lot tonight. See if those deer come back out after he shot. They ran in, and if they come back out, I wanted the doe presents a good shot. I'm going to go ahead and harvest her. I'm not going to take anything smaller than an 8-pointer, not even on this farm. Beautiful little buck. So today's video is me harvesting my first buck ever. So a little backstory before we get there, because I didn't film an intro going out. I got to my parents' house at 6:56, went down, got changed, took a slow walk, got to the stand at 7:08, got into the stand, sent a text message to my mom saying, hey, I'm up, I'm safe, I'm locked in. That was at 7:11. I put the cameras up, I started getting ready, and I hit my grunt tube 3 times. After hitting it, I put that down, I made sure everything was good to go, and I start hearing this stomping from the far right of where I was looking, where I knew they normally come out of. You guys are going to see that. That's where we're going to play into. So he starts stomping, he comes in with his chest, he's boom, 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 hitting the floor. He was, I guess, looking for a fight. It's really, we're rolling right into the rut down here. So at that point, I kind of made sure everything was rolling, and that's where I'm going to leave you guys off to right here. It happened so fast. I mean, that was the shortest hunt I've ever had. By 7:46, I already placed the shot, and he was down. 40 minutes later, I went in and grabbed him. Alright guys, so here's a series of events so far. So I went ahead, I shot that buck. I have good blood down where I got him. I can't show that. But what I'm going to do is I got to cross the creek and go track him right now. I have my Savage 220 on my shoulder with Vortex Crossfire. I'm wearing as much orange as I can. I'm going to hop over there. I'm going to try to film as much of this as I can, because this is my first buck I've ever taken. Like I said, last 3 years that I've been down here, we've been really letting him grow, and he looked pretty big. I tried to calm my nerves, and I placed a very good shot. I'm gonna go and see if we can go get him now. Sorry if I'm talking too much. I'm trying to get my hands from doing this to be like this. So like I said, it's my first one ever. So I'm gonna cross over where he jumped, see how far in he went. Alright guys, so I found him. He's right here. I'll show you guys what he looks like. He's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pointer. Like I said, the biggest buck ever taken. But I've been really working hard to get myself my first buck ever, and I am extremely excited. The track job wasn't that hard. I just had to cross the creek. That was the hardest part. So I'm gonna backtrack now. Alright guys, so I was able to drag him back over. I got him propped up. I got him so that you can't see the entry or the exit wound. This Savage 220 slug really did some damage. I'm really happy. I did my research on this, and I got it. I sighted in, I practiced with it. I passed up on a bunch, and the last few years I passed on a bunch of bucks too, a lot of smaller ones. And this year we said if it's not bigger than an 8, and this is all the neighbors around, we're not going to harvest it. So he is actually an 8. I'm going to bring you in. So here we go. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Mike, so thrilled. And we still have up until February, so we'll see. Welcome back, guys. Joe here, Joe's Outdoor Experience. So today, got myself, my brother-in-law Chris. Tony's on his way here. We're at his family's farm. It's an 80-acre farm right off of a lake. It's absolutely paradise here. We're gonna go out. I'm on doe patrol. Tony's on whatever walks out patrol, and Chris is on whatever walks out he's gonna take to. So this will be Chris's first deer or whitetail ever, if he ends up taking one tonight. He had a massive buck come out last night, just never presented itself with enough of daylight or daytime. But we're back at it today. It's currently Sunday. What's today's date?
19th.
Today's the 19th, Sunday the 19th. Hopefully in a few hours we'll have an idea as to what's going on. Maybe maybe it will be his first deer he's got. I'm going all the way to the end at a swivel tripod stand. I like this thing a lot. It's kind of really brushed in really nice. I think Chris is going into the woods and Tony's going into one of the other many stands that are here. Even though he's got this cool seat pop-up thing. You sit in it, flips over, and you're all fully camoed in. And you know, he might be using that. So we shall see. I'll be using my Savage 220 20 gauge shotgun with the Vortex scope. Chris has got a Marlin 30-30 with a Vortex. And Tony's using a 30-30, but I don't know the brand. I'd have to ask him. I don't know what model it is, but I'll find out before we get in. Next year I could take an 8. If I'm going to take another one this year, it's got to be bigger than an 8. He's beautiful though. Let me get that light. Let me get that light for me. Not really sure if you guys are gonna see me or not, but Tony ended up getting 2 at the end. He didn't film it. Chris didn't have a camera either, so neither one of them gonna film it. But here they are. It's a real nice sized doe, a little button buck that came out. But you know, he's not here for antlers or anything. He's just a meat hunter. Definitely hunting. It's currently Tuesday, December 19th. We still have another week of rifle and or shotgun season here before we roll into urban archery. It's 3:47 and 39 degrees. I hope within the next hour or so a doe comes out. I would like to fill the rest of my tags. I have 4 doe tags left and 1 buck. I don't think I'm taking a buck unless it's a monster. Then I'll definitely take one. But as of right now, we got about an hour and a half worth of shooting light left. Back at it again today. It's December 20th. It's currently 49 degrees. We had that spike that came out last night. I watched him, let him walk. Hopefully he grows into something bigger in the next 2 or 3 years. I really would like to end up with 1 or 2 more doe for the season. I currently still have 4 doe tags, and we are right at the end of rifle or gun season for 2023. she's down. All right, guys, I'm out. It's been about 10 minutes. I'm gonna report my harvest on my North Carolina Go North Carolina harvest report. Takes 2 seconds here. All right, so it says your harvest report has been submitted. Please note that your authorization number, and I'm all set. So that will be my second for this year. Let's go walk down and go grab our harvest and bring it to the butcher. He's right here. Doesn't look like no exit wound. This is the second deer I've harvested this season alone with my Savage 220 slug gun here with a Vortex scope. Now this deer, she doesn't have an exit wound, neither did my buck, but I mean, that's nor here or there. They haven't gone very far, so I gotta go call the butcher, make sure that they're open. I got Tony on the other side of the woods now, on the other side of the property. Hopefully he tags one too. I'm gonna get her drug up to the front as we speak. I'm getting my stuff ready. I'm gonna meet up with Tony at his family's farm. Right now I'm at my parents' house. Gonna finish up my day here, hopefully around 12:30, 1 o'clock. Trying to get into the gun room here. You'd think I would know where the lights are. I was going to take out the Savage 220 for today, but I think what I'm going to do is take out, I'm debating. I would have liked to take out my Henry Golden Boy 44, but I haven't really shot this in a very long time, so to go out and have an ethical hunt with it, it may not be a wise choice. So what I'm going to do is, I'm thinking of going cowboy style today. I'll take out my Marlin 30-30 lever action. I have a snap cap in all my guns. None are kept loaded. What you do with a snap cap is you put it in after you check that you're fully clear. You put that in, and that way you could pull the trigger and your hammer will have something to hit against. So it's not dry firing. So I have that in all my rifles and the shotgun. My shotguns, I don't do anything special. I just take a spent 20 gauge, or if it's 12, I just use a spent 12 gauge, and I put that in after I make sure everything's clear. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna grab the peanuts that go in it, along with my Smith & Wesson Stealth Hunter right here. It's fully unloaded. I'll show you guys. I'm gonna take this out. If anything's within 20 yards, I'm gonna go ahead and use this Stealth Hunter. Outside of 20 yards, what I'm gonna do is use my 30-30. Like I said, this is gonna be more of a cowboy hunt today. I have my holster that was gifted to me as a joke, but it is for this Smith & Wesson 629 Stealth Hunter. But I'm gonna go ahead and take this. I'm gonna load up some 44. I'm gonna grab some 30-30 and get my stuff ready to go and meet Tony hopefully around 2:30, 3 o'clock today. I have my Marlin 30-30 on my shoulder. Tony was so excited with the 44. He actually took it to Smith & Wesson 629. His shot inside the woods is under 30 yards. So oh, it's a dog. I don't know what that was. We're here, it's December 31st, 3:35 in the afternoon. It's currently 46 degrees. But I've noticed that in this hike-in, if I wear all my heavy clothes, I sweat too much and then I freeze. So I'm in a t-shirt, jeans, got my hat on. We're again at Tony's family property here. I'm walking to the back of this field. That's 550. Chris just shot. 2 doe. We bought this stuff at Tractor Supply. We're not sponsored by it. We put it down to 330 at 2 locations. I had a fox come out to mine. Chris had apparently a whole bunch of doe come running. He ended up harvesting 2, it sounds like. The only reason we picked this up was because it was on sale. For no other reason did we get it than it was on clearance. So we tried it out. It seemed to do really well tonight. We'll see how it works, but I'm gonna try to meet up with these guys and go from there. Shot at 2 doe with a bigger one. Definitely shot way under it. He thought it was at 100. Turns out it was like 140 plus. And there was nothing. We spent about an hour and a half grid searching the area. No blood, no trail. But the 1 doe we did find, and that was at when we hit that one, the rangefinder was 104 yards. And well, she didn't go very far. The 30-06 definitely put a nice exit wound on there. Good morning, guys. Happy New Year. So it's Monday, January 1st, 2024. I'm in the bottom box blind at my parents' house. I'm trying to finish the last day of rifle season strong. Tony's up top at the corn shack or at the feeder. Usually from the house, we'll see them come from the left side here to the right.